Man, do I love that sound. I guess it's that time, live fire.
I guess it is.
And what's going on, everyone? You are tuned into Studio One Live. I'm A. Cortez.
Live fire.
KBT.
And if you want to see everything we do, go to jlihpro.com. If you want to support the Studio One podcast or just let it happen as a whole, go to patreon.com/JLIH. Alrighty, here we are. Welcome back. So I know we haven't been here in a week, literally a week today. Why is that?
Because you're a slacker.
Because I'm a slacker and I f***ed up. Damn it. I just violated the rules.
Well, don't tattle on yourself.
I have to, or I'm never going to get it. Got to do a clean show. So, hey, Coach Has, what's new in your world? I messed up. There we go. I fixed my error. I messed up, and I guess I don't understand this fair use law, but YouTube tells me it's from the algorithm. We played the Super Troopers trailer, which turned out to be a copyright strike, and they stopped us from streaming. Well, Fox released the claim saying it's fair use and it's all good. So YouTube gave me suggestions on how to avoid that for next time, so we'll keep that in mind.
Why doesn't YouTube make an algorithm that works?
I don't know. They should. But KBT, what's new in your world? What's going on? What's up?
Not a whole lot, man. Just another day, another dollar. Really, not a whole lot going on here. Just using today for R&R. Retard and rest.
Nice.
Reset and rest. I don't know.
Reset. So we're gonna click this button and live fire. There you are. What's new in your world? What's going on? What's up? And what the hell happened to your face in the picture?
Yeah, I know, right?
It got all messed up. Well, what's up?
It's always messed up. Not much. Kind of an off day. Weird.
Off, you say?
Yeah, when you wake up and have to talk to an insurance salesperson before coffee, it makes the whole day kind of...
Yo, what the hell is that about?
Yeah.
Free dental insurance. That's what that was about.
Yeah.
That's what that guy was here for?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And verified his credentials while I was sitting there, and it is legit. There's a lot of places that take the insurance that he offers. It's not like a plan you pay for. This company pays 50% of the cost of whatever dental thing you're doing.
And what's the catch?
No catch.
Nothing's free.
No catch. Oh, he said that too. Nothing's free. It's no cost. It's his agency sells life insurance to seniors. In return with that, they have a program, whatever the hell they do, that allows anyone to get 50% off of dental, and there's a certain amount of people that take that. So being that Graham has life insurance,
So it's a good discount.
it's 50%. It's a big, and it supplements your insurance, which is the good thing. For Master Crispix, he has plans for that. He was very excited. Very excited.
Sounds like a waste of time.
No, it definitely wasn't. Hey, anything to save money is a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
The only thing is, like, you have to call around and find out what places take it.
yeah.
That's the only...
Well, I have the listing online. Graham just doesn't know how to do that, so
It's
he made phone calls.
probably all the places that are teaching people how to be dentists. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I believe
That's how
it.
that usually works. You're probably better off without them.
Right.
They have places around here that do like implants and stuff that have been around for quite a while.
Yeah, they still got to teach people.
Yeah. Hey, if them fixing a tooth of mine gets
it
done for free.
I know lots of door-to-door people that come around giving me free dental shit. Sounds pretty legit.
Well, the funny thing is like you get these plans, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, you'll save 50%. I joined this travel club one time because I was starting to travel around a little bit. And they're like, oh, you get discounts on car rentals, planes, hotels, all this other stuff. So
You go to Abu Dhabi.
Right. Well, I called up the airport, and I'm like, all right, I want to book a flight, and I want to go here.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, well, that's okay.
Blackout.
No, here's your travel number and all this other stuff. I have my card, and it's like, okay, that's going to be $389. And I asked the lady, I was like, so that's round trip? She goes, no, that's one way. And I'm like, but I just looked it up online. It was $165. So why is it so much more? Oh, I don't know. Well, here, just take off my discount and see what it is. Drop down to $185. So they're actually doubling my discount. I was just like, yeah.
You were to pay more for plan.
Right, and on top of it, I was paying monthly for this travel club.
That's weird. Well, that does happen sometimes with travel with me. Like, my corporate discount will sometimes be a lot more than the going rate for that day for whatever reason, like in certain hotels. So it might be like, I'll be looking for a hotel and be like $160, but I go to like Priceline or one of the other hotel rates. I can find it for like $110. But then I just call them up and say, hey, yada yada, whatever, and they book the hotel room for me through my company, and things are good. Hey, I caught myself.
Yeah, this guy, our neighbor on the side of us and Thelma both have him. And then Graham called him here, scheduled it on Friday.
Yeah,
so we're going to find out because she's going to be using it when she goes back. So
the Hoarder's a super reliable source.
Hey, she's got a lot of medical stuff done for next to nothing. So
she's got a lot more medical stuff to get done, too.
Oh, man.
I was just with it today.
Bam, son. So this show, we're not prepared for sing along. This is a clean show, and I'm still researching copyrights and karaoke because I guess karaoke songs do throw the algorithm off at the moment, which is really irritating. That is in the list of things he sent me that we should avoid for the immediate moment. YouTube is starting to come back to life, which is great, but in getting their creators out there again, their algorithm messed up somewhere else.
They've killed so many people's careers.
They have
already, hundreds and hundreds of people.
Hey, they lost us for a good long time. The only reason we're
No,
back
I'm
here
talking
is
about
they
people-
struck a deal with us.
I'm talking about people who made their livelihood doing this, like their families. They fed their they're 7-year YouTubers.
Damn it!
Whatever.
So, yeah, like
What's trucking wrong with that?
Exactly.
So you guys remember Laura Cleary?
No.
Steven.
Oh, yes.
All you can eat.
Yeah, she's on Facebook Watch now.
Yeah, she's her YouTube has been terminated.
Yeah, I can't even watch her on Facebook.
Neck face?
Yeah.
I hated her anyway.
I won't.
She was hilarious.
I loved her videos, but watching them on Facebook, the second the ad pops up, I shut it off. I'm like, I'm not watching a 2-minute video having 2 30-second ads in it.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
No.
And apparently I found out they were doing it to the replays of our Studio One.
Facebook, which...
Yes.
And we're not getting any money.
Correct. Another reason why I don't want to broadcast on Facebook anymore.
Well, Facebook's doing a lot of ads now.
Yeah, they are. There was I was watching the when Zuckerberg was in Congress, and I think it was Rubio who asked him, okay, so I guess Facebook owns the WhatsApp app, whatever that is.
That evil.
So he goes, so does Facebook have access to all the information on this? He goes, no, sir, they do not. He goes, okay, so when I watch something about Black Panther, I'm looking at Black Panther, and all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, I have Black Panther apps ads popping up on my screen. You're not looking at? No, sir, we can't see the data in that. Oh, but your algorithm can see the information here, right? He goes, sir, we can't see the data. He goes, that's not what I asked you. Your algorithm is telling your servers what I'm doing, correct?
It's the
and
cookies.
He didn't answer it. He's like,
It's the cookies.
Yeah, but Facebook's been doing, I guess, a lot more shady things than we're aware of. Like, I was completely floored when I watched that whole thing.
I wasn't.
Like, wow.
Look at all the permissions you got to grant when you...
Yep.
Yeah.
I already do. That's why I don't really...
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't put anything on there that anybody can use.
When it comes to like Studio One and stuff, them and Congress told them that's a violation. I don't care if you own Facebook or not. It's a violation of our rights to free speech.
I'm more worried about their AI writing each other, creating another AI that they don't even know what the plan was. You heard about that?
Yes, I
Their
did.
AI was writing another AI. Like, they were communicating between each other in a chat box.
Yep.
2 artificial programs that were running, and they were writing another program.
That no one can decipher on top of it. I was looking at the code. I'm like, what is
They
this
took
crap?
over, like, we granted them brain power, and they were making their own brain.
Skynet was starting. We're all effed now.
Yes, we are.
Frelin Bitches. I can say bitches. I got to remember
Thanks a
that.
lot, sucker.
Yeah. So
Mark Zuckerberg.
I will say, and if YouTube definitely scrubbed the last episode we did, beginning to end, because it took a long time for that to process.
Yeah, it did.
If you're scrubbing this now, I do want to thank you for actually working with me in keeping this show alive. We want to do business with you. We want to grow with you, and you not terminating us because I made a mistake is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And actually, I want to thank YouTube in general. When you pick up the phone and call, you get a human.
Right.
We have a Jake or John, whatever his name is, that anytime I call or write an email, it's him. He's like assigned to this channel.
Yeah, that's you get your own guy.
I love that. You try calling Facebook, as you saw on our live stream when we couldn't broadcast, Livefire couldn't get anyone. If you're calling for any business reasons, you have to write an email.
I tried for 2 days after that. By the way, I hit every single option except for the one about the law.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to get law enforcement or something like that. That's the only one I did not hit.
That's right.
It's frelled up. It really is. Like, Facebook, I'm sorry. You guys are great in the beginning, but I'll go. It's too good to be true.
That's what happens when you get multiple billionaires involved in a company.
Right.
And what's going on, Bonnie and Sandman? I see you guys in the chat there. I don't have a participant list up, but I do see 7 of you live in here, and I see a couple of you that I can't see. Welcome to YouTube. The one thing, the downside, and I knew this was going to happen, same as last time, people are so into their Facebooks, it's like an addiction, that if something they watch on there moves to another platform, they're like, oh, no, I have to open another app. I don't want to do that. That's scary.
Well, Facebook almost opens for you.
True.
One of your people is...
I do have this tagged on the Studio One page, and I do post it after. But moving right along, we do have some updates in the realm of net neutrality. This is going to go into Oregon's win, and then our friend Mike at the Humanist Report is going to explain the rest of it. This is about 7 minutes, so let's take a gander at this guy right here, up there.
So on April 23rd, the FCC's repeal of net neutrality will officially go into effect. So now is the time to take action if you care about net neutrality. Now, thus far, there's been a number of governors who took action to unilaterally secure net neutrality via executive order. And there's also 2 states that passed a bill into law to make sure that net neutrality is mandated, and this includes Washington, and I've got great news. Oregon just became the 2nd state to codify a bill into law. As Gizmodo's Melanie Ehrenkatz reports, in February, 3 middle school students helped push a statewide net neutrality bill. Today, Governor Kate Brown is headed to the girls' middle school in Portland, where she will sign the bill into law. It's an honor for the governor to come to our school and sign a bill that's so important to the 3 of us, Luca, a 12-year-old at Mount Tabor Middle School, told Gizmodo in an email. Luca, along with friends Lola, 13, and Athena, 13, testified before the Oregon House Committee on Rules in support of the bill, helping bring greater attention to it before the state's lawmakers voted it through to Governor Brown's desk. The legislation, House Bill 4155, aims to help guarantee that Oregon residents get the net neutrality protections that the Federal Communication Commission killed in December of last year. Specifically, the Republican-led FCC voted to overturn the agency's 2015 Open Internet Order, which forbade Internet service providers from throttling or blocking legal online content or paid prioritization, better known as fast lanes, for companies that pay to have their services delivered to customers at greater speeds. Oregon's new law makes it illegal for the state's public bodies to work with Internet service providers that take part in discriminatory activities such as paid prioritization and blocking content online. However, as Ars Technica puts it, it is likely ISPs will sue to strike down Oregon's new law, as companies like AT&T and Verizon had said they would do in response to other state efforts. When the federal government repealed net neutrality, they took a step backward, Governor Brown said in a speech on Monday at Mount Tabor. In Oregon, we want to move forward to make sure that the internet is a level playing field instead of exacerbating economic disparity. Now, it is true that AT&T and Verizon will be challenging this. In fact, the lobbying firm that represents them has already stated publicly that they will aggressively challenge any state that chooses to pass their own net neutrality rules. But with that being said, this is still a victory, because even if it's struck down, the fact that we have it on the books at least for a year or two, that is only further strengthening our argument, and it's better for the residents of Oregon if we have net neutrality longer. So this might be temporary, who knows if it's struck down or not, but even if it is, it's still important, it's still a win. Now again, Washington was the only other state that passed a bill protecting net neutrality, and when it comes to the 5 states whose governors stepped up, that includes Montana, New Jersey, New York, Hawaii, and Vermont. Now, currently, there's just a couple of weeks left, and if you live in a state that hasn't taken action yet, it may be the case that your state does act, because there are bills circulating in multiple legislatures. That includes Alaska, California, Colorado, Delaware, Georgia, Idaho, Kansas, Kentucky, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Now, these states in particular are important because they're considering bills to protect net neutrality, and they haven't had a governor step up to protect net neutrality unilaterally with an executive order. So if you live in one of these states, please do yourself a favor and call your state representative or state senator and make sure that he or she supports this bill. Because as of the 23rd of April, net neutrality will be gone federally, and you will be vulnerable. Your ISP has the authority to block websites, to throttle content, and it's not going to be good. Now, Connecticut was previously on that list until just recently, when 2 Republicans, one in particular, decided to unilaterally kill it in committee, excuse me. Paul Formica, in particular, invoked this really weird, obscure legislative rule to make sure it doesn't even get voted on. So the fight to stop progress that we're making, it's fierce. These internet service providers have billions in profit potentially to be made with the repeal of net neutrality, and they're doing everything in their power to stop the momentum, but we can't stop the momentum. Now, unfortunately, I've seen a lot of people tune out of the net neutrality debate, and we can't do that. We have to stay vigilant, and we have to exert pressure on lawmakers, because if we don't, then they will back down, because there's a lot of political issues that need our attention currently, or need their attention more specifically. So if we basically don't put pressure on them and keep pressure on them consistently, then they're going to tune out and focus on something else, but we can't let them. We have to make sure that we take action to protect net neutrality, and in many states that just requires a phone call. It takes 5 minutes of your time. If you really have a lot of time, or you live close to your state capital, show up. I mean, this is something that's really important. Again, April 23rd, net neutrality will be gone. And again, even for the states like Oregon and Washington and Montana and New Jersey, 7 states really at this point, who have net neutrality.
I'm going to stop it right there, because I'm going to kick in our own stuff. So we heard that net neutrality is officially coming to an end with the repeal on the 23rd. So we still have this option right here, battleforthenet.com. You fill it out. Like, as he said, if you live close to your state house, show up and do it in person. That's going to make the most impact. But if you live far away like we do, I'm not driving to Tallahassee. That's a that's a good 8-hour drive. We have things like this, battleforthenet.com. So if you have not seen this before, what you do is you fill this form out, name, email, address, zip, phone number, and then the letter there stating all the examples, so forth and so on, will be sent to Congress and the House of Representatives. On the bottom, you can choose your state, and you notice Live Fire and KBT, we have a little bit more blue in here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Which is for net neutrality.
I don't have a monitor.
Oh, well, it's right there. See, we got more blue. The red guys are the
Not
ones...
Not much blue.
No, but Florida only had 1 blue square before, and we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 now. The red people are against internet protection. And we need to tweet them. We need to call them. We need to get them on board, letting them know that we, the people, need our internet safe.
Well, I mean, what it's going to come down to is it's just going to boycott the corporate industry stuff.
Nice save. Nice save.
Boycott like their services, and then you go with private internet providers. Like, oh, they're bullying everybody, thinking that
they
because they have all the lines. Lay your own damn lines.
Like what Westfield just did.
Yeah, don't use their property. Use your own.
Yeah.
And,
the reason I keep turning you down is you're way overpowering all of us. I don't know if
I'm
you're
not.
hearing that, but
no,
you're
I can,
really loud.
No, in the headset it might be, but every time we play it back, I'm not, and I'm mumbled.
Oh, but we do have Battle for the Net, people, and we need to get on this. The Congressional Review Act, if this is still successful and it keeps the momentum it's doing, we will have laws protecting our internet and our content and our information. We need to keep on this. This is going to be a big focus once again for Studio One Live, and we can't fail. Because as we've seen with Facebook and these other companies, they're already starting to do it. We were not allowed to stream on any platform for almost 3 weeks.
Yep.
Because of what we were talking about. Yeah. So like with YouTube let us on because we're going to keep things on a neutral basis. We're going to keep our language clean, except for Filthy Fridays. We have an hour a week where we can say all the stuff we want. There's guidelines, and especially with issues like this, we can't attack people anymore. We have to be logical about this. I see both sides of this, but the other side clearly is wrong. Ajit's view is wrong. He works for telecommunications. He wants net neutrality gone, so Verizon specifically, that's his main squeeze there, can charge you as a gamer more for a fast lane dedicated for gaming, or Comcast can charge you more for YouTube and Facebook because it competes with their on-demand.
Or charge your grandma more for her service on Life Alert because it's a life-saving option that needs an open link.
And this stuff about infrastructure is complete horse crap.
Because they're already releasing 5G in test markets.
And even still, as KBT pointed out too, we're going to start taking back our poles and laying our own internet. Right now, the electric companies and the cable companies own the poles. So like, oh, that's all you got. You can't have a new carrier in your area unless someone, like in the town of Westfield, Massachusetts, they seize back all their poles. And now they have their own internet because they don't want to deal with this crap.
Yeah. Eminent domain on my telephone, biatch.
Yeah. It's... And the people who believe this, I'm stunned on how you can't see this.
I want to know who's delivering you your information. Like, how are they presenting it to you where you see this as a positive?
Yeah. We're going to charge you more to help build the infrastructure that's already there.
You know, it's hilarious, and it's already gone into effect. Every single carrier that I've seen, including prepaid, is all dumbed down their data speeds.
Yep.
Wireless... And I got into a couple arguments about this with wireless customers. They can limit your speeds wirelessly on your carrier. Only if it's in the contract and the agreement you sign. The airwaves are the airwaves. Apparently, they say that you can overcrowd traffic, and I have seen it get overcrowded.
It happens in Orlando.
So I think everyone but T-Mobile. No, T-Mobile has a plan where they don't throttle you, but most of their plans they do. After 28 gigabytes of high-speed data use, and I stress the if, I've only seen it around Disney, around here.
I see it all the time.
You are over the 28 gigs and there's network overcrowding, they will slow down the speeds of the people who have already exhausted that data. But when you're out of that area, you get your speeds back. It's still unlimited. Right, but there's a clause.
That's not even what I mean. What I'm saying is there's such a network over traffic problem here that even in places like Clearwater and St. Pete and all that other stuff, like near popular public areas, when the tourists are here, forget about it.
Yeah.
I could in Orlando at Mall Millennia, I couldn't even submit a data or a text document to a server that at like dial-up speed.
And on the note of infrastructure with that, too, and here in Winter Haven, I was just near it again. I was looking at the new cell tower they put in. It is a 5G tower.
Yeah,
AT&T and T-Mobile have their repeaters on it. I don't know about Verizon or Sprint.
Yeah, I don't want a repeater. I want a creator.
Yeah, well, whatever it's called is up there, but the tower's there and it's ready to go. Infrastructure people, don't believe them. They're already doing it. Verizon has a plan in the areas they own most of the telephone poles. So we're going to use Massachusetts as the example. They want to put a 5G repeater on every single one of their telephone poles. So now you're going to get the airwaves from the tower, and if that is too much, it's going to piggyback off every pole in the state of Massachusetts. That's going to be complete coverage of 5G. T-Mobile and AT&T are doing it too, so don't believe a Jeet when he says it's going to help infrastructure. It's not.
Well, that's why he wants to do it, because he can start implementing these things earlier because they piggyback off of public Wi-Fi. And that's a security risk for everybody, by the way.
Yeah.
But Xfinity was the first to release it in the West Coast, where they have Xfinity Mobile, and you have a cell phone service, and your data is pretty much free.
When I was in Long Island everywhere I went had Xfinity. It was on every single pole on Long Island. It was amazing. I was like, wow, I have high-speed data. And at that point, I had a carrier where I had a data limit. I already exhausted. The whole time I was there, I was on Wi-Fi. It was wonderful. So this infrastructure thing, people, don't believe it. The companies are dumping billions. And actually that's
why they want to make the money.
The first thing that came out about net neutrality on our side anyway is the fact, like, you heard the meeting. It's a public meeting. They say right there, net neutrality does not affect how much money they're dumping in their networks at all. It has no bearing on it whatsoever. When I was at Crystal River, service was really slow. I go to Metro PCS. Yeah. With the 5G, we should have coast-to-coast, up and down, complete coverage of this entire country. That's the plan with 5G.
Crystal River, Spring Hill, all that area is very rural. It has actual pretty crappy cell service in general.
Yeah. But hopefully with 5G, like, Bonnie won't have that problem. But it has nothing to do with net neutrality. And you guys who cling to this, and my mother was one of them. I had to prove to her that doing this is not going to do any of that, and I did. It's not hard to get the facts for yourself, people. Don't believe the media.
Don't believe the hype.
Believe the media. CNN, Fox, ABC, any of them. Do your own research. It's right there. It's public record. You can look it up. You can listen to these meetings. You can see the numbers. It's all public record, and that's where they're winning, because the general population is just believing what they hear on the TV, which is controlled by the cable companies. The cable companies, people, own the news.
Yep, and whoever their politician is funding them.
Yeah. So do your own research, please. We need to save our internet, because if net neutrality goes away and YouTube just flat out says we don't like you, we don't have many places to go. We'll have to do something completely different. That's not this. I like bringing these topics up. I love talking about these things. I like saving stuff. I like casting. I could sit on Vaughn all night with KBT and look at music videos and just talk. It's wonderful, and we have the ability to do that right now because our internet is protected. But in a few days, it's not going to be, so we need to get to battle for the net, and we need to get this done so we can save our internet.
I guess they blocked the Syrians blocked the chemical weapons investigators from going into the attack sites.
Of course they did.
They were supposed to allow them in.
Yeah. On the note of Syria, too, I mean, most of you have heard that, and what made me want to bring this up is I'm listening to all the liberals say
you
that
spent
Trump,
millions of dollars on missiles.
Yeah, and this is unconstitutional. This is not good for our friends. First off, people, it was a UN-sanctioned strategic attack. These people are killing their own people with chemical weapons. Chemical weapons, which we eliminated last year, or so we thought, they went and built new ones. So if they're testing them on their own people, where do you think they're coming next?
And they have the bodies.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was evidence.
It wasn't just Donald Trump was not the one going, oh, let's bomb these people. No, it was the UN. It was multiple countries. The countries of the UN said, all right, we need to get this done. U.S. is the first person they ask because we are awesome.
And who the hell do you think brought it to his attention? Do you think he's tweeting in his bed at midnight going, oh, I wonder how I can bomb Syria?
Yeah, right.
No, he's like, damn it, another hooker I banged is in the news.
You are peeking out on these
My
levels.
bad. Yeah. Well, it'll take me out.
But Donald Trump did not do this, people.
Nope.
The UN chose 3 countries to launch attacks at the same time. And mind you, do you know what the body count is?
A lot.
0.
Oh, no, I thought you meant for the chemicals.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm talking our attack killed no one. Well, I
they
think
won't let us in.
Yeah, I think they're only counting civilian lives in that because I'm pretty sure the people inside the buildings
Well,
got their asses blown up.
because also vaporized.
Yeah.
But they're trying to deny that these buildings ever had anything to do with any sort of weapons productions or anything like that. So claiming there was people inside to die would kind of
Yeah.
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 and they're also claiming the Russians are claiming that they took down 71 of our missiles.
I don't believe that.
I don't either. And the Syrians
There's
are
no
claiming-
evidence of that, but there's
It's-
evidence of us succeeding.
Syria said they took down 3.
Even if they did take down 71 of our
There was
missiles,
150.
the video I saw
100.
of the cityscape in the background, and
Yeah.
you just see stuff go,
Yeah.
and just buildings igniting. It's just like, you shot down 71, but we still hit you with 150.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite things of the whole after 9/11 thing was that carpet bombing thing when they were like live in Iraq or wherever
Yeah.
it was, where they just all
I remember
night
that.
carpet bombing the crap out of them.
But you guys who I understand, not everyone's gonna like Trump. Okay, we didn't like Obama. We had to deal with him. You got to deal with Trump right now. He's done everything that he said he was going to do, and he's continuing to do that. If you don't like him, that's one thing, but don't. You're making the problem worse by making these BS stories and trying to make something that's not really there.
The Gould are dead. See the Gould in Syria.
Them snakeheads are gone. Once again, it comes down to, all right, people, do your research. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not any political party. I'm gonna go with the candidate that best suits the needs of this country. A person who can hear a situation, let it swirl around in his head, and then form his opinion. There could be stuff he's left on. There could be stuff he's right on. Who knows? He's a person. He's the first president we've had in a very long time that's not tied down with special interests. He's just trying to get the job done. He's a multi-billionaire. He doesn't need to be president of the United States. Why is he doing it? Because he's probably the only person, at least alive right now, that can do it. Let him do his job. If you don't like it when it's election time, that's when you can fix the problem. And then you're going to find out how much worse we are with Hillary see you next Tuesday face. I'm getting better at this. Not one slip so far.
That just learned not to talk.
You're just holding it all in for Filthy Friday. But do your research, people. It's the same with net neutrality. I mean, come on. It's all right there. Right now we have the internet. Look it up. And don't look it up on CNN or anything like that. Go to the whitehouse.gov. Read the memos.
Actually,
read the press statements.
Actually, if you're going to look it up, like I've been like looking it up and checking things out, read it from like 20 different sources. Form your own opinion.
Yeah. Or read it from an international perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll be surprised on how much more facts they have than you have.
Yeah.
Because they do the research. They know what's BS and what's not.
Yeah.
It's driving me crazy, and that's where our problems come in, people. It's not Trump. It's you guys. It's all of us fighting for no reason. It's just like the Parkland kids. Let's see if we get our stream limited now. So they pleaded for action to be done. Now, I feel bad that someone went in and shot up kids. I'm not for that. I hate that. But you know what? They took precautions. It was a student who shot other students. Was it the gun's fault? No. So what do the students have to do now? They got to go through metal detectors, and they have to have clear backpacks and stuff. And they're all bitching. Why? You wanted protection. You have it.
Yep.
It's
Optimus
you students
Prime.
that are causing the problem, not the gun.
Yep.
Here, right there.
I don't get it. What is that?
These are just weapon systems that the Russians have.
You know,
That's why I said
that's actually
Optimus Prime.
that's pretty badass. I need me one of those.
It's basically how they can pretty much sneak them in anywhere.
Oh.
The rail cars and the boats. And
So for next week, we're going to start, hopefully, the karaoke stuff. I have a few more questions to ask Google before we even attempt that. Playing the Humanist Report was iffy right there, but he's not on the list of stuff I can't play. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to mind us promoting the hell out of his channel. Now, he's very liberal with some stuff, and he's very conservative with other stuff. He's a guy that plays it in the middle. I don't agree with his views always, but he does his research.
Yes. Yes.
and he presents it from an unbiased perspective of what we need to do. Then he puts in his opinion. I like his stuff. His podcast is awesome. It's just listening to him for an hour I can't do. I have to break it up into segments, which is why I cut it short. I'm like, all right, I'm done. We get the point. But Mike, you do a great job on that show. If you ever see Studio One podcast, keep it up, buddy. You're doing awesome. You've been a huge help to us in gathering information on many, many different subjects. So good for you. Oh, what is
No, it's because
missile.
but they're cruise missiles that could be carrier launched. So like they don't even have to be from a warship; they could be from a cargo cruiser.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Well, if they got that, imagine. I mean, we got to have some pretty sneaky stuff.
I mean,
somewhere.
this is just they could be put anywhere.
It is scary. That is scary. But ultimately, if we went to all-out war, the U.S., despite all of our problems, we are good at banding together and taking you out.
Yeah,
and then we'll go back to fighting with ourselves.
Yeah, nobody's taking us out but us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If the United States is going down, we're going to do it to ourselves. Just sit back and watch. We're eating Tide Pods, snorting condoms. We'll get there eventually. Just give it some time. And wait, how do we fix that, people? Oh, parent your children. Oh, what an easy concept, right? Stop babying them. I hate that.
Yeah. Oh, you need to go to your safe place.
I made a message me about someone we know, and he was a little upset. And I'm like, oh, he's probably going to his gun-free safe zone where he can cry in peace. You know, you don't need that. You don't need that. You're a human. You just stay away from that crap.
Suck it up, buttercup.
That's right. That's right. Life isn't going to be handed to you, kids. Not going to happen. Got to work your ass off. That's just the end of discussion. Nothing is free in this world, including dental insurance. Oh, man. So those are my two big major topics. The net neutrality thing is scary, though, because I thought congressional review was going to come up at the time of the official repeal of net neutrality. It's not. It's not. We still need to keep momentum going on that. Like,
Yes.
big time. Big time. In other news, and she beat us to it, Natalie's Corner is the first Just Let It Happen Productions show that has an official sponsor, at least for the next 2 years. Congratulations, Natalie, and Natalie's Corner, and thank you to Camper Rental Adventures. We've done a lot with them. We know them personally, but for her to draw up a 2-year contract, which we're going to review tomorrow, that's awesome. And I'm looking forward to this relationship between the two. Just the project that we've been working on with Camper Rental Adventures is already over 2,000 views and growing daily. And Natalie's got a whole ton of new subscribers, and she's doing fantastic. The second channel, which only has one episode and is still beating out Studio One and everything else we have, Just Let It Be, an urban reminder, Fiona's channel, is on her. She's on her way to 2,000 views at a 97% view retention, which means they're not watching the credits. Bastards. That's absolutely fantastic. Nothing we've ever done. Well, no, let me take it back. Our first live show, which was a simulcast when you put the numbers together, we beat that in a single day, but we've only done it once. Fiona's done it with one video. One. It's awesome. And I'm loving that YouTube is helping us push these new channels and try to get new creators on board. Did not like what YouTube did. They went on decline. I don't have... Well, a lot of the stuff I used to watch, I don't watch anymore because they're not there. But second chances, people. Let's see how this new YouTube's going to be, and hopefully we'll have a spot on that. But once again, YouTube, thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance. We're trying really hard. We slept twice. We slept 4 times in the last one. We're down to 2 right now. I think you see the improvement there. And I'm not playing copywritten material. That sucks, though. I love playing copywritten material.
Right?
Save it for Filthy Fridays. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That's... I don't get people nowadays. I just wanted to say a wonderful F word, and
I know.
I can't say it.
Frelin.
Felons.
Frellheads.
This is
Felonious
ridiculous.
fart braids.
So I mean, the thing that, like, I laughed when Syria declared that they're going to take action today publicly. And wait, the president or whoever he is of Syria did it on Twitter, which made me laugh. But like, really, dude, you're gonna threaten the United States on Twitter?
That's just
Like, really?
It's all. But that's what they said. The World War III is going to be an internet-based war.
Yep.
That's just weird.
On multiple scales.
That's just weird.
That is totally weird.
Well, because there was that blackout of Verizon. Dude, they said it was like watching a zombie scene. They said it was like from a scene from Fear the Walking Dead when everybody was like first getting broken out, like the second or third episode, where everybody was running or whatever. He said everybody was staring at their phones walking around. You couldn't get an Uber. You couldn't get a whatever. You couldn't call your friend to get a ride. You couldn't, like, if you didn't have a car and you didn't have your own stuff and you were at one of these events that were going on, you were, like, stuck in like, you went back 30 years. Minus the payphones. There's no payphones.
I'm just noticing the chat. I had another window open reading more serious stuff, but thank you guys for the support. And yes, the guy from Full Metal Jacket, that is...
Yeah, Gunny.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Gunny.
He will live on in beams for as long as the internet is alive.
What, did he just die?
Yeah.
Either yesterday.
And he got taken out by pneumonia.
That's what kills everyone, man.
Like,
It tried to kill me.
Really, dude? Like, that's got to be a sucky way to go, especially for someone like... Right, yeah,
That was my fault.
I know, wasn't it? Especially for, like, all right, I have, like, diabetes, and I've had all these problems, and I lived through it. Now, if I make it to my 80s and I die from... God damn it! That's 3. Damn it. If I die from something really stupid like that, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. Imagine surviving, like, losing limbs, getting robotic things put on. You had massive heart surgery and kidney and all this, and you're taken out by the flu. That sucks.
It's not. It's a lot more complicated.
Well, I know that, but it's just...
It's once you've pissed your lungs off enough to the point where they're like, no, I'm not working anymore.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do to fix that.
Yeah.
You can stick me on a breathing machine, and then when you pull me off of it, my lungs have got to be able to run for themselves. And I've been through that, and that is... There's no winning that. That's a very difficult victory to win because your immune system plays a huge part in that. There's 2 types of pneumonia. You're not just filling your lungs up with fluid. There's one where all your little tiny little airways close, like asthma. And so you only have your main airways, and then the main airways start getting infected and inflamed. And
Your bronchioles.
Yep. You're screwed.
We can't do it.
Scary crap. Let's make plastic lungs.
They're working on artificial lungs. Actually,
I'm sure they are, but all the little freaking things that make them work, telling your brain how to make them work.
Well, at the end of was it the end of this year, or was it at the end of last year? Hold on.
Or just put an air backpack on me.
They were doing a head transplant.
Yeah, I saw that. That was the end of last year, beginning of this year.
Yeah, that's right.
Bam.
A volunteer could experience something. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah, but I thought that was pretty interesting. So if they could do a head transplant,
That's a space-bound weapon.
I have a feeling if we don't, eliminate ourselves snorting condoms and eating Tide Pods,
Space weapon.
there might be a day I'm not a diabetic anymore, and I'm looking forward to that day, and I hope it happens in my lifetime. I would love to walk into an Italian bakery and actually come out alive. That would be nice.
yeah, right.
Although if the world ends and I'm near a bakery, you know what? I'm going out eating cannolis. You're going to find me dead on the floor. What did he die from? He ate too many cannolis. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Put that on my tombstone.
Death by cannoli.
Yes. Oh my God. This so good. So good.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Or death by Crispy's fudgy thing.
I haven't had it yet.
Be careful.
I heard.
No, I mean the sugar. He added sugar to sugar.
You could look at it and die.
Yeah.
I know. I looked at it and I felt my blood just like, no.
He added sugar to sugar. So 2 types of sugar to sugar.
Yeah. All right, so we have some Walking Dead to watch tonight. So we're gonna go around this table. Live fire. What do you got to close us out today?
Don't snort condoms, don't eat Tide Pods, and don't do the bleach drinking challenge. And don't sniff Ajax instead of cocaine.
And remember that there's cotton candy in the ceiling.
There is. Actually, I say let them. I say let's let the idiots weed themselves out so we don't have to deal with this.
Hey, you know what? Everybody talks so much crap about all these other countries and all their governments poisoning themselves. We're the only country that's stupid enough to poison ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
We got to worry about chemical bombs and stuff, and you live in Syria. Here, we just chew on soap.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're doing great, and we're the world power.
Oh, baby.
Our future generations of drone. It's going to be like freaking Star Wars, dude. It's going to be like an army led by clones that can't hit anything.
Yeah.
They chew on their own guns. They're going to be like, die, eat their bullets.
So what do you got to close us out, KPT?
The new generations of the world, we should fear or remove them or put them back in the lab they came from.
Yes.
And let them grow into strong.
Well, I know a way to make them stop putting focus on it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Oh, but I will say, Target, I love your sense of humor. Because
yes.
during the Tide Pod thing that was happening, you know how in most grocery stores or any type of big retailer you go to, they have the checkout lanes. Well, either the left side or the right side is usually the big main checkout lane where they have like the cigarettes and or whatever else, the specialty things that they need to do on one side. Well, at the biggest end cap where they have all like the magic cards and the candy and all that stuff,
Yo.
the head of that end cap was all Tide Pods. Next to Reese's and all that other stuff. It was so funny. It was like you get a soda and a box of Tide Pods.
There's pictures, people. Google it. You'll
I
find it.
have the pictures. Like it's the last. If you want, some of the Targets could still have it. Go into Target tomorrow. You never know. It's like the last aisle on the left, the second end cap. It's all Tide Pods, or it was.
That's hilarious.
I'm looking it up really quick just to see if we can get a quick image.
But nobody else like mentioned anything about it. I didn't want to turn it into some big thing. But I'm gonna find this picture. I will.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now myself.
I have a picture of my toenail coming off.
Is this it right here?
Yeah. Yep.
No, I don't see any Tide Pods in this one.
I thought it was. Hold on.
When he sent me the picture, I was laughing hysterically.
Damn it. Oh, I did send it to you. So
Oh, that means I should just be able to do this then. Like, we got to end on a laugh. Where is Joseph Bork? Where are you?
I don't know.
I can't find him.
It's quite humorous.
There he is. Okay.
It's a hubris.
Let's scroll through all the stuff that Joe sends me and see if I can find
Oh
the
yeah, good
picture.
luck. That's gonna be.
How
a
long
problem.
ago was it?
There it is. I found it.
All right, send it to me again. Oh wait, right there, right at the registers. Let me put
Look at the
focus on
end cams.
KBT's cam here.
Nice.
That's the head end cap next to the sodas and stuff and the candy and all that. And it was in every Target.
Oh,
Every Target I went to, it was either that front end cap or it was in the one behind it, and it was all Tide Pods.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Yep, I had to take a picture. I was like, that's a personal victory for me. I didn't even release it to the media. Just let it. That's one of those things that I think Target put there for the people who are smart enough to notice that little comment. You want some Tide Pods? Here you go. You want a Coke and a Tide Pod? Here you go.
You should throw some Ajax on there. So, hey, Cortez, what do I got to close us out? Same thing. If you have a dream or a vision, get off your ass and just do it. You're the only one standing in your way. You will be surprised. You will be very surprised. Even if you fail, the journey is worth every second. Don't put it off. Do it today.
And
do something.
Remember this, what he's saying, too, is people are going to laugh at you because you're different. Turn around and laugh at them because they're all the same.
Yep. Oh, yeah? My movie sucked? Where's yours? Oh, that's right. You don't got one. Oh, my album sucked? Cool. Where's yours? Oh, at least I got one. It's so much fun. It really is. So
Well, I guess. What a history book of embarrassments. I'm just kidding.
well,
It's a joke.
those
It's a
embarrassments and those things brought us to where we are right now.
No, they showed you what you can't do.
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
kidding.
No,
I'm just
that's not
kidding.
even a joke. That statement
know.
really is true.
Well,
I failed at that, but
yeah.
you know what? I'm good at speaking into a microphone.
Well, no, and I think it was Will Smith that said he wants to fail or he wants record of his failure, so he knows how to grow. I don't know. He's got some profound explanation of like failure and how it's good. So you should definitely check that out on YouTube.
But look at this too, people. So I've been trying to do this, what we're doing now, on top of the video for the last 15 years.
Well, I mean,
15 years of work, and now we have a sponsor for one of our channels. My daughter's going to do it before me, but you know what? Who's behind her? Who's helping her make it happen? Oh, yeah, that's right.
we also tried a lot of other things. It
We
wasn't
did.
just 15 years of this.
We did, but 15 years, finally I find something that works. I never gave up on the dream. Keep pursuing it, people. You'll be surprised. And the journey's fun. The journey really is absolutely fantastic. It's so much fun. It's worth it.
The hardest part of it's the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even that, trying to scrounge together to build like what we have here, this was fun. Each piece, and we did it piece by piece by piece,
What's
and our
funny-
show sucked. It was awesome.
And what's funny is we were so broke, like those days, like broke as we are now, but but we had equipment.
yeah.
I think we're even more broke than we are now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just
we
had
were.
we just had toys to play with.
We were collecting cans. We were buying cheap crap from here and there.
$20 mics to start.
And if you listen,
we were eating out of the dollar store.
yeah, if you listen to session 2, which is the first one online, session 1 for whatever reason is gone. Don't know why it's not being played on Google and all that. I have to look into that, but you can hear the difference between session 2 and then session 5. We got a small mixer.
Oh yeah, face in a box. Yeah.
So session 5, we had a small mixer, so we only had 2 high-quality mics and 2 crap mics. Still sounded like crap. We couldn't get the music right. We were blowing our eardrums out, and it was hilarious. Then by session 10, we have live streaming video equipment, and we have a full-blown mixer with decent mics. We sound better. And here we are in session 76.
And 3 computers.
Yeah.
We were running 3 computers on that one.
Even session 76 right now, Joe and I are on Rode Procasters. Livefire's still on an Amazon mic. And what are we going to get next? We're going to get the last 2 microphones. Now we're equally matched there. It's a process, people. The journey is fun. It's so worth it. So if you have something you want to do, just do it. You will not regret it, even if you fail. I guarantee you
We
that.
were going to have a third one, but they caught on to the whole.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. But and even if you want to do something like we're doing, anything with filming, music, or anything, reach out to us. We'll
Reach
help.
out to anybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll help out. Or if we can't, we know people who can probably.
Just Let It Happen is an entertainment company. It's not just us doing our things. I want to bring other people on. I want to work on other people's projects. I want to make things happen. That's the whole point of this. So if you have an idea or you want to even do a podcast, I don't care. I'll rent this table out to you. I don't care. Just get it done. This is what we're here to do. We're here to build. Just let it happen.
Let it happen.
So I'm going to actually, with that being said, now I'm going to push the button. I like it. Just let it happen.
that's why.
Just let it happen. Just let Oh, that is the wrong button. This button.
We're playing together.
I know. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, there it is. This never gets old, people. Woo! Whoop, whoop. You have just listened to another episode of Studio One Live. I'm A. Cortez.
Live fire.
JBT.
And if you want to see everything we do, go to jlihpro.com. If you want to support Studio One Podcast and Just Let It Happen as a whole, patreon.com/JLIH. And in closing, Coffee Bay!
What do you mean a bird?
Oh, that's new.
That's a new one. Thought about that last night.
Nice.
Bob Saget.
Oh, Bob Saget!
It is so safe to end your live stream.
That's not Mickey Mouse. It's just Tit Dirt. Tit Dirt. Tit Dirt. See you next time.